On February 13th, North Rockland went into Mount Vernon, the defending state champions, in a rematch of last year's section final. On the heels of losing 3 of their previous 5 games, North Rockland took an inspired 3-point lead into the half. But North Rockland ended up losing that game by 15 points. That day, however, proved to be a turning point for the Red Raiders, which then went on an unforgettable run through the section and state tournaments. North Rockland was a 4 seed in the Section 1 playoffs, knocking off White Plains in the quarterfinals to earn a spot in the Class AA Final Four at the County Center. Just being there, however, wasn't enough. The Red Raiders avenged 2 losses to Clarkstown South in the regular season by defeating their Rockland County rival in the semifinal, a game they trailed big early, then held on late. An unexpected return to the championship game turned out to be a day for program history. North Rockland got in control early and let their senior leaders carry them down the stretch, defeating Scarsdale to capture their first ever gold ball.
North Rockland wins the gold ball. Decades in the making of the North Rockland program.
The Red Raiders had familiar opponents in the state tournament, a Newburgh team from Section 9 that they lost to in the regular season. Revenge was on display again. And again, it was the poised North Rockland veterans who made the difference late, in a bit of a surprise, a 53-46 victory. That carried North Rockland into the state Final Four in Glens Falls. And when they arrived, this unheralded group showed off their community pride, wearing throwback uniforms to commemorate the old Haverstraw High School. The semifinal opponent was perennial power Liverpool, a 21-win team out of Section 3. And in a game that was tight from the opening tip, North Rockland never blinked. The Red Raiders forced the game into overtime, where Yariel Gomez-Para provided one of the biggest shots in the history of the school.
Gomez-Para pulled back and it's a jumper! We were super excited to be here and then to play with that type of composure in this kind of environment with our guys is just, beyond words.
It's amazing to be here with my brothers. We started training and stuff, and then we made out here, It's our dream from the start. We said we were going to make it, we did it.
I think it's just going to take what we've been doing all along, and that's sharing the ball, playing gritty defense, all right, keeping our composure, and really playing as one. And that happened about 4 weeks ago, where we decided we were really going to play for each other, and that kind of turned our season around, obviously.
North Rockland then went into the state championship game on an emotional high, but faced a Victor team that would challenge them in ways no other team has. North Rockland rode the momentum early, Elijah Barclay powering inside and getting the basket. Later, it was another senior star, Connor Ween, who connects on a step-back jumper. North Rockland kept pace early on. Barclay again delivers, driving with one hand and finishing. He was named All-Tournament. Victor, however, started to find the cracks in the Red Raiders. Griffin Hopkins, their star, gets the steal and dances through the 2 defenders for the basket. Nick Rivera came through late in the first quarter for North Rockland with a pretty underhanded finish. In the second quarter, North Rockland was hanging in down by 5 when Ween finishes with contact. He led North Rockland with 13 points. Down by 8 in the second, Barclay gets on the break and finds Rivera for the basket. North Rockland just couldn't keep pace. They saw Victor close out the second quarter strong and take a 24-14 lead into the half. North Rockland trying to keep up in the third quarter. Rivera connects for another basket, but it was still a 12-point lead going into the fourth quarter. Cam Ryan came up big with a steal and a pretty finish in transition for Victor, which scored 10 points off turnovers in the contest. Incredible ball movement here off the steal. Hopkins gives it up and gets it back to Nick Leonard, and the route was on for the Rochester Power. North Rockland's unexpected quest for a state championship ended with a 56-38 defeat in the state final. Regardless of how Saturday night ended in Glens Falls, nothing could take away from the inspired playoff run for this North Rockland team, a determined group that made program history.